Well, I would say starting in seventh grade when the school opened. Well, a few years later, I think 1954, they decided to have a grade school in New Era. And so that's where I got involved. Actually, my parents got involved. Whatever they said, I did.
We've been associated with New Era for 22 years.
We moved here 16 years ago, and we became involved pretty much right away. So we were new to New Era as a couple.
Well, I grew up in New Era, and I attended New Era Christian through 5th grade, and then my family moved to Fremont, and my dad was the first principal at New Era Christian. So it was just really natural to become connected and associated with with the school and what they were doing.
I was associated with it ever since our eldest son, who is now in his 60s, was a student here.
I guess I figured the school needs all the financial help it can get. And I had been giving money before we even had any kids in the school. But I figured that it was really important that the school's finances be taken care of.
We support New Era Christian because we've grown to believe over the years that Christian education, especially in this day and age, is very important for children growing up, especially in our situation, marrying what we believe with the education process as the kids are being grown up. So there's consistency in the home life and in their school life. And New Era Christian helped us. We were able to accomplish that at New Era Christian.
The school, because our kids were able to go to mainly Lutheran and Catholic schools. We didn't have a CSI school where we lived in Albuquerque at the time. And I think we both think that it's very important that not only in the home do we make our children Christ followers, but the church and the school are all have important roles to play in the raising of our children.
Well, I guess that's where you put your money where your interests are.
And the mission is growing kids in faith, academics, and personal maturity.
Yes.
Yes. I like the fact that kids must participate in addition to academically in the arts, music, and sports activities. It makes a well-rounded child.
Today, we need to know and be sharing with our kids at home, at school, where we worship, that we were created. We've got a God who created us and desires that we grow in relationship with Him. We've got a purpose. And here at New Era Christian School, kids learn that their purpose is not just getting a good education, but they get the framework of God as creator, sustainer. He is Savior. He is Lord. He is King, which makes them enter into teenage years and adult years as adults prepared to enter the workforce, to enter marriage, to be successful, whatever that looks like. We need Christ-centered education.
What I think we're most impressed with is witnessing with our kids and now with our grandkids. When a child at a young age is able to go to school every day and have the lessons that they're taught and trained at home from a Christian background or Christian faith reinforced within the classroom, on a daily basis, every day, all day, with their lessons, with their behaviors, with their responsibilities, not only within the classroom, but to the people around them. We just find that not only critically important, but being done very well at New Era Christian.
I think in relationship to the students that I know, you are making a difference.
A pretty small population. I think there's 5 kids at our church that go to New Era Christian, and you can definitely see it in their lives.
Coming from a secular background, it was my first exposure to Christian education, and the fact that education is more than just math and reading and writing. It's about developing the person and their belief system and their worldview, molding and shaping their worldview, and then bringing that all together so that as that child develops, it's their belief, their worldview, along with their education. And when you can tie that all together, a huge benefit. So I think for our kids and now our grandkids, it's we're seeing definite benefits from the Christian education.